Can you share a version of one of the abilities that was scrapped? Literally 100 plus spells. What's your favorite spell I tried that is unshippable? Oh man. Yeah, so AMBESSA's been in dev for like 2 years. And so Yellow had a time to try lots of really fun stuff. I'm trying to think of the crazy thing, one of the crazy things he did. No, okay, that one, I need to pair that one with something crazier though. Um, what? What was it? I'm trying to remember this ultimate. What was it? What was it? Yellow, remind me, did you ever do the kidnap ult where like she would like jump in the air and like bring you with her and then slam you down somewhere else? Or was it only her that jumped in the air? Okay, so you did do a kidnap ult. Okay, so she had an ult where she'd like grab onto you. She'd jump in the air. She'd choose a location and then she'd bring you with her and slam you down somewhere else. So she basically would be like, "You and I, we're gonna go fight over there now," and she'd be like, "Yoink." And then there was another one that was like Doomfist, where she would just fly in the air and basically like become a meteor and land on you. That was cool. Did you try an ultimate where like she would just, what was it? It was like she'd click on you and you'd die. Like I know what it sounds like because I'm just saying Garen ult, but it was different. I just remember this experience of like she would be like, "You die." I can't remember exactly. It's been a long time. I can't remember what it was. I think one of the things that I had more fun with in a playtest, but it was actually just because it was unfair. But it was legitimately really, really, really fun because of how unfair it was. Is so like she's a dashy character, right? Like she can just dash a lot. And so at one point, one of her spells had a CC immunity on it. And so I remember this one playtest where I just walked up to Brand, and the only thing he could do to keep himself safe was Q me, like, his EQ, which is a stun. And then I was just like, nah. and then I beat him up. So that was a good time. But I want to note that like everybody, some of you are being like, "Oh my god, you tried all these crazy things," and it's like I want to remind you all that like design is a very iterative process, and so when we're making characters, we're always trying different things and trying to see where the limits are and what's good for a character and what's bad for a character and things like that. And so there's definitely a lot of things that were tested on Bessa that was like, hey, this might not work given that she has these dashes, right? But that doesn't mean it's like bad that we test them, right? And like I think that's a really important part of the design process is like trying out crazy stuff to like understand what is the crazy stuff that can work and what is the crazy stuff that might not work for a variety of reasons. And so yeah, just noting that like some of the things I'll tell you about characters we've worked on are like legitimately like, why did you even do that? And it's like, well, some of these things are, you're always trying stuff, and some things work and some things don't. Like something I tried on Briar, I think I've talked about before, is I just gave her a revive. Like if you imagine playing against Briar, and then if you killed Briar, she'd explode and come back alive. Like if you thought Aatrox revive was crazy, imagine like run at you Aatrox with Giga healing that when you kill her turns into a bomb and blows up and then comes back at full health and just keeps chasing you down again. Still alive, not dead like Scion. And it's like, it was super fun. But, after testing it, it was like, well, maybe it's not super fair, right? My superpower is saying crazy stuff with confidence, exactly. Another crazy thing I tried, actually, since we're talking about it, because this actually relates to AMBESSA, is did you know that Senna's first kit had AMBESSA passive? Fun fact! Fun fact! Or a version of it. So something I tried years ago, this was the very, very first kit I tried on Senna, was she had a dash on one of her abilities. And this is because Senna originally was supposed to be a lot closer to Lucian. She was going to be like a dual pistol-wielding mobile champion who went into support. And so I was like, okay, well, like Lucian, she should probably be mobile. I'll give her a dash. And so what she had was a dash on her W that said, whenever you cast a spell, and it wasn't a dash, by the way, it was a teleport because she has Misty Ghost Magic. It said, whenever you cast a spell, you will teleport in a direction for free. You can use this dash for free. And so basically she had this dash that she could use repeatedly for free as long as she was casting another spell on her kit. I ended up taking it off of Senna because it turned out that it was kind of unfair on her with longer ranges, but also it made her feel more like a caster than an AD carry because she was just constantly casting spells. And so I ended up taking it off, but it was pretty fun. She felt a lot like Ezreal. I think AMBESSA's version is significantly better than anything I ever tried. So I think Yellow definitely came up with something much better than anything I'd tried in the past. Tell them about old EKKO. You mean the old EKKO? Oh. Oh my god, let me see if I can find it. Oh my god, please. Where are you? Where are you? Here it is. If you want to see something absolutely insane for a mobile champ, this is what EKKO's passive used to be.
The passive I tested on EKKO for most of Dev was a bit too strong. If he hit you 3 times, he could right-click to teleport to someone else on screen. Then, if he hit them 3 times, he could teleport right back to you.
Very balanced. Very fair. Clearly I'm ignoring the true skill question for a reason. I'm sorry, my friend, but it turns out there's a lot of people in chat and I'm talking about specific things. And to give you my answer on true skill, I have no idea about any of it. So I couldn't tell you. The one thing I can tell you about, like, just performance-based matchmaking and wins and losses and things like that, that is important to think about when thinking about League of Legends is winning strategies aren't necessarily represented by statistics. So what I mean by that is just because you got 5 kills does not mean you helped your team win the game. Just because you died 5 times doesn't mean you help your team lose. You might be the boss, right? And if that's the case, maybe you were helping your team win. And so one of the complexities of League of Legends is that you can't just like take a player's KDA or gold per minute and use that to determine exactly how good they are. Because there's certain types of plays in League of Legends that like you need to go die to win the game, or you need to give up gold to win the game and things like that. And so that's like a complexity when thinking about how to track performance in the game aside from just wins and losses, is all the different strategies in League that aren't necessarily get kill to win.